Okay, we're good and we're golden. Alrighty. Give everyone a bit of time to come on in. All right. Let's get into this. Smoking and grilling with AB. Dirty smothered potatoes. One skillet meal. Let's go.
We're going to get right into this right now. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and keep up with the theme of everything I've been doing. We've been doing everything Southern, right? And we've been talking about doing everything dirty. So with that being said, we're finna do a dirty smothered potato, right? Now, look, you see these ingredients right here? It's not a whole lot to it. We're using baby potatoes. But one of the things I want to show you is I'm using this ground beef, right? Now, this ground beef right here is 85-15. I slowed up 5%, because normally I do everything 80-20. We're just going to reduce it just a little bit. But don't forget, all of these ingredients is on my website. That's smokingandgrillingwithab.com. And that's WITAB.com. Okay, so look, we finna get right into the nitty gritty, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. This is my smoked sausage. Sometimes I use andouille, but this time I'm just gonna go ahead, just to keep this flavor the way I'm doing it. It's a reason why, you know what I mean? All profiles don't have to have the andouille. I know that I cook with it a lot, but this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna cut it down like this. We want these to be pretty much even, right? So let's get these going. And then once you have these, cut down, what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown them. Now, normally I brown them and I let the seasoning and everything and the grease and all of the flavor that's inside of here already, flavor it. But you know what? I did say it's Southern, so you know what that means. I'm finna get back to cooking with that pork, right? And that means that bacon fat. Now, you guys can do whatever you wanna do. It's up to you. You don't wanna use pork. You can use a beef, smoked sausage, or anything of that nature, right? But this is how we're gonna do this right here. I'm gonna set this off to the side for 1 second because we gotta do some prep. Now, let me go ahead and get some heat, underneath the bottom of my my cast iron. Now, listen, if you guys are using the cast iron,
okay,
right, you wanna make sure you guys got a lid, right? You must have a lid to go on top because that's gonna be
well, yeah, if you want the cheese to melt properly.
Right, and this right here is oven safe, you know what I mean? So this would be the way I would suggest that everybody, have it. All right, so what I did was I put a medium flame underneath the bottom of this. I kind of like let this start off because it's cast iron, it'll hold the heat, but we got to get heat all the way to the edges, right? So it's been going. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just add, just a tablespoon, just a little bit more of my bacon grease. Don't forget, folks, for those of you guys that, do this is a great base to start off with some great flavor, right? So what you want to do is you want to make your bacon, get your strainer and start saving it. As you can see, I use mine quite often. It's time for me to make some more. Now, we're gonna go ahead and grab our medallions, right? And we just add that in there like that. Now listen, on the recipe, I usually say like a half pound. This is a whole full pound, right? I like everything that I do a little bit on the meaty side. Not sure if I should be pausing right now, but I am, right? So I'm just moving this around, letting this, help sweat some of the flavor outside of these, the smoked sausage, right? Oh yeah. That along with the bacon fat, come on. All right, so you see right here, we got a little char on here. We cooked it down and look, you can see we got a lot of little flavor inside of here, right? So the next thing we finna do is we finna add our ground beef. Now remember at the beginning, I showed
Right.
you guys I use
Is he
85,
gonna drain this?
15. You know what? 90-10 would work, even 94-6. Reason being, look at this right here. We got enough oil in here, you know, with the flavor to go ahead and cook, right? So we don't really need to add all of that. You got to think like this, folks. With me getting the order, I'm just keeping it real with everybody. You know, I start looking at how much oil I take in, how much salt I use, things of that nature. So you know what? We still want to have flavorful food, but we want it to still taste, you know, taste good and to be as healthy as it can be.
You're using a pre-made sausage cooked in bacon grease. This ain't gonna be healthy no matter what you do.
Right? You don't have to have all of this, right? But you see that right here? Yes, sir. Okay, so look, we got all that cooking grease in here. I can see it starting to huff and puff a little bit, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this in here like that. Make sure it's flat, and I'm gonna let this sear. Now, I put it right here in the center, obviously, you know what I mean? So we got fire underneath because I'm using a gas burner, right? So if it pick up a little bit of charred crust, all of that, that's all good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, while we got our ground beef in there, getting that little sear on it, I'm getting ready to break it up in just 1 second. So this would be the part where you guys will go out and make sure you got your meat, you know, masher, right? So now I'm gonna pull this out right here. Just cut these down. They don't have to be perfect, folks. Then we dice. Remember, small is for flavor, and larger, you know, dices are for the texture and the flavor. Well, more so, you know, the texture, really. All right, so now I'll go ahead and hit it, you know, and just break it up. Again,
That is the only thing I know a lot of people use them. He uses it a ton, but this thing is, I mean, if you like it, use it, but I've always just found it's useless. Just use a spatula.
I'm gonna go ahead and recap on what I said earlier. I noted in the recipe to always say a half and a half, meaning half ground beef and half, you know, smoked sausage, whichever you prefer, right? But I like mine to be a little bit on the meatier side, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like meaty. You know what I mean? It feeds more, and it, you know, just puts a lot more into it. Right now, here goes the question that you guys might have, like, can this recipe right here be served with, you know, be made with, okay, obviously I'm using ground beef. You know, I could have used a pound of Italian sausage or even a breakfast sausage. You could have served this on, you know, Sunday or Saturday, you know, and did a brunch, you know, for your brunch menu. This can be served as a standalone.
Yeah, except no man on the planet wants to go, oh boy, what meal shall we have? Brunch!
You know, dish, or
Women invented brunch.
as a side. Okay, so now that I got all of my veggies, you know, prepped, you guys get a chance to see it right here. You can see right here, look, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back right now. And you can see, let me just try to sweep it across the top. Not a whole lot of grease. You know, we did reduce it down a little bit. I mean, if you guys want it to be less, don't forget, all you gotta do is just get yourself like a leaner, you know, choice of ground beef, right? So now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pick up my, look, this is my onions. You guys know I like to do my onions first, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just let them steam for about 1 minute, and then I add all of the rest of my veggies, you know, with it. So let's go ahead and move this around. Now once I get all the veggies in here, we only go for about 2 to 3 minutes. Really not a whole long time. Just my onions, I like my onions to sweat a little bit more. All right, so 1 minute, almost to the T, right? Now we add the rest of our veggies. Now you guys, you put as much veggie in here that you like. I love the flavor profile. You know what I mean? You know what happens when we put bell pepper, celery, you know, bell pepper, celery, and onions in there, right? You know what we're doing. We can have the discussion down at the bottom, you know? But once we get it in here like this, oh yeah. You see why I like to go ahead and do mine a little bit on the meatier side? I like to put a lot of veggies in mine too. Listen, it feed more people. And you know, I mean, if you got an appetite like me, you like to be able to go back.
Well, again, this thing that he's using there could have been used. It's another dish to wash. Whatever, if you like it, use it. I don't give a shit.
Right, and that little bit of fat content that was in here, I don't drain that. You know why? Because look, it helps get that, you know, it helps get these veggies going. But you see that right there? Look at that. Nice, colorful. We got the Trinity in here. And we added these veggies, right? So this is a whole lot of layer. But when they marry together and it all blooms, trust me, folks, it's an incredible taste. You won't even see it all as separate. It's a combination of all that makes it taste great. Now next, I don't have to sweet nothing because we got a lot of, you know, a lot of protein in here already. So when I go ahead and mince, check it out. I don't have to worry about where it goes. You know what I mean? It's gonna go on top. I don't have to worry about it burning right now as I talk and explain. You know what I mean? And show. So there, that's 2 garlic cloves. Anything that's left on the side like that, that's still good raw garlic. So I just put it back in there, come back on top, squeeze, use something hard and sharp, right? And then we got 1 more. These some nice sized garlic cloves, folks. Look at that. Now, we have it on top. You can see it steaming. The veggies are doing their thing. They're getting softened. It's marrying with the ground beef, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and introduce, you know, that minced garlic to it. Again, once you guys have minced garlic or any garlic, once it touches that heat, it speaks to you right off the bat. The aromatic just runs right up into your face and says hello.
No, I was
So
making
the combination of
dirty
everything that we've
smothered
been smelling
potatoes.
as we were building this, look at that.
The juice.
I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet and let the camera get in here. Look at this right here. Usually when I get something like this, you know what I start thinking about? A burrito. Where is the cheese, folks? Now, I just washed these and got these cleaned up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these down. Like, you see this size right here? I wanna get all of them that way. Obviously, this is bigger. So if I can get approximately, that's good enough for me. So if they come out like this,
He does love his baby yellow potatoes.
you guys get the gist of it, right? Meaning, when the one is done, they all done, right? We gotta check, make sure they fork tender, you know, things of that nature. All right, so now we got some seasonings left, right? What you wanna do is you wanna add it all right here. Now, to be honest with you, you could have put this in here right after you got your ground beef or whatever ground that you're using. Oh, and earlier, speaking of that, I did mention this about having a healthier version. You know, I forgot to mention the ground chicken and ground turkey, right? So now that we have that in there, let me go ahead and get my spatula. And let's just get this.
This personal opinion, if you like ground turkey, fine. I have never once... Ground turkey's always been drier than fuck. I like ground chicken. I love ground chicken, especially for burgers. But turkey has always just been drier than hell.
All mixed up, right? Because next we're gonna add our proteins back into the pan, right? But right now I wanna make sure that I got it all mixed up, you know, and everything is starting to bloom.
Well, it's a 1 skillet meal, so he's probably just going to put the raw potatoes in there. If you cook them long enough, it should be cool.
Yes, sir.
I suppose that'd be closer to fried potatoes. I mean, the only turkey burgers I've ever liked are the pre-seasoned Genio ones. I don't know what they put in there. I should probably look at the ingredient list. But they're the only ones that I like.
Now,
I've tried with turkey burgers in the past. I've tried 15 different ways to make them, and they always just come out dry.
next thing we're gonna do,
If I'm going to do a poultry burger, fuck it, I'm just going to make my life easier and just go with chicken.
after we have that going, let's bring that back, right? And then all of this flavor that's on here, that's why I buy a better style or a better paper plate. You know what I mean? Because I don't want it to be so observant. I want everything to stay on top of there because I cook. So anytime I
Well,
take
it's
something,
the only burger that comes out moist. Every time I've seasoned it myself, every time I've made it myself, it comes out dry. I don't know what the difference in seasoning is. I don't know if they add something like citric acid or something. But, yeah. I'll admit, I'll cop to that.
out, you see all of this right here, I don't want to lose it. But you see where we're going with it right now, though, right, folks?
And also, keep in mind, I don't like turkey either. So, maybe it's just I don't like the damn bird.
Now I'm gonna make sure I got a medium flame still underneath the bottom of this. I do. It's always good to check. You never know. I didn't have the gremlins come and adjust my fire had things take too long because I'm thinking it's not cooking. I mean, I'm thinking it's cooking and it wasn't, then I done had things burn. When you got a seasoned pot like this one right here I got, yeah, we golden. All right, so the last thing I'm getting ready to do is I'm finna just give it a sprinkle, right? Really, with just like a regular pinch of salt. Reason being, I watch how much salt I have. I use, you know, we got smoked sausage that got a little soy, you know, sodium in it. You know, so I know that we don't need it. I rather salt at the end. And then if you know, you've been watching me for a minute, you know I gotta come with the fresh cracked black. Right, I'm gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna introduce, you know, the potatoes. Now I use baby potatoes. You guys can use whatever type of potato you want. It could be the big Yukon Gold. It doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? If you do them, you gotta cut them down. And just make sure you get all your chunks the same size, right? Now, that's a lot of goodness right there. Next, potatoes.
Potatoes are going in.
Okay, so now we add our broth. After you got everything mixed up, obviously, you know, let me just go ahead and get this on here. If anything settle down at the bottom, make sure you get all of that in there. Yes. Now look, this is gonna be some of the steam that's gonna help get these potatoes soft, right? Now this usually takes about like 20, 25 minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? It depends on the size that you cut yours down to, right? And there's a lot of potato in here. Don't forget, this is called dirty. You see why it's dirty, right? Boom. But if it's dirty, you know, dirty, smothered.
It's dirty because the potatoes are whores.
We gotta have it like that, right? So we got that going. Next, we hit it with the W sauce.
Yeah, I still have to cook the patties. The patties come raw. They're not pre-made.
Yes, sir. How many of you guys usually cook with the W sauce?
I like Worcestershire sauce.
I know it's always one person that's gonna say, what is the W sauce? You gotta be new, because you can almost look at it and see what the W sauce is. It's the Worcestershire, whatever it's called, Shire. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Now check this part out. I'm finna take this piece of butter, dab.
Just look for the Leo Perkins shit.
Butter that we had, and just drop that right there like that. I know it's not gonna make sense right now, but it will at the end. Right, so look, I'm gonna put my top on here. Boom. Now I'm gonna look at my fire down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and set it up.
I believe the potatoes were still raw when he added that to the meat.
I can get a low, let's get this nice and low. Let it build up some steam. It'll simmer.
Because, yeah, the steam will cook the potatoes. Potatoes will release a shit ton of water and starch.
Nice and slow, and get those potatoes right where we want them. Now, I'm gonna show you guys what they look like in about 20 minutes. All right, so look, this is what it looks like after 25 minutes. And you know what, I'm so sorry I didn't say this part earlier. What you wanna do is about every like 10 minutes, you wanna go ahead and run your spatula or whatever you're using to turn it, you wanna do that so you make sure that nothing is sticking. But if you got it on slow and simmer, you golden, right? So let's go ahead and break this away. Break it this way so that we don't have to deal with no burn, right? Put that there. Now the rest of the way, we're not even gonna use the top, right? Look, you'll see a lot of the liquid is cooked
seem
off.
to be cooked.
But what we wanna do now is we wanna make sure that we can cook the rest of this off, and we're gonna try to crisp up, you know, these potatoes, right? So look at that right there, yes. Now I'm gonna get me a toothpick, or you guys can use a fork, you know what I mean?
I'd love to know how he intends to crisp the potatoes if they can't hit the fucking skillet.
Look at that. That right there is good. All we're gonna do right now is just let this cook some of this liquid off. Get some of this, you know, potatoes. Oh man, they already ready. I don't even need a toothpick. I can just hit them like this. Oh yeah, they fork tender. They'll just finish the way this. They'll be a little bit more, you know, softer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grate myself some cheese. Let me see here. Yeah, you see this right here? You put this in here. I didn't even really get a chance to shake it. You know what I mean? This right here is right. Now, let me grate some cheese. We're gonna add that to it. We're gonna let this cook for about 5 to 8 minutes without the top on there. Remember, you wanna be super low, folks. So you guys saw that I was shredding the cheese, you know, on the thin side, right? You know, like that small side, right? This is what you wanna do. You wanna just put some in there, and I turn my heat off And what we want to do is just let your heat tie it all in together, and this will thicken it up
Yeah, you shouldn't have to, unless you're gonna like really cover this. You shouldn't need the heat.
just a little bit too.
Just put the lid back on, and the residual heat should be more than enough.
Ah, yeah. You don't need a whole lot. Now, those who want to put cheese on theirs when they get it, you know what I mean, however they want to do it. And again, this can be as a side dish, you know what I mean?
I may actually have to make this. This looks really fucking good.
Or this can be the main dish. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. This right here is a gem. This works very, very well with, you know, fried cabbage. Oh my goodness, a dirty, you don't need to eat a dirty cabbage, just a regular fried cabbage, the way I make it. Talk to me, folks. I know y'all thinking like, ah, yeah, I know what I'm gonna have with it. Oh, and don't forget the cornbread or a dinner roll.
For this, I'm gonna go cornbread. Ooh, serve this on top of some toasted cornbread. Like cut some cornbread in half, butter it, fry it up on a griddle, serve this over top.
All right, so now you
Make me an honorary Southerner.
guys see what it looks like. You know what I mean? You got a chance to see it being made, you know,
You
almost.
could do this in a, I don't know if you could do it in a burrito because those potatoes are a little fucking big. But, yeah, I could see that, yeah.
So
If,
like
if the potatoes were smaller, this is definitely going in a burrito.
No time, right? So when I say standalone, you see this right here? You don't need a whole lot, you know, dinner roll, cornbread, something like that. That'll be fire. Actually, I would slide this over and put some cabbage on the side of it, right? So I got it like this. Let me go ahead and get myself a tablespoon. You guys let me know down in the comment section below. What else would you have put in this to make it your own? I know.
Probably the only thing I would do different is I'd douse some hot sauce over it. But that's me.
Well, I'm gonna take this off the table. I'm not gonna say shrimp because everybody gonna say shrimp. Let's use our brain.
And maybe more cheese. Slightly more cheese and hot sauce.
And figure out what could we have done to level that up. Now, I really feel like I'm starting to ramble, you know what I mean? Because my mouth is watering. My brain knows it's that time, right? And I got a little bit of a little heads up for you. It's really like a pro tip. You see the green on here? Now, normally I use green onion, but check this out. This time, I went ahead and diced up some of my green bell pepper just to get that crisp, you know, that little bite with it and that little burst of flavor. So, with that being said, cheers, y'all.
Well, like I said. Anyway, next up is taco stuffed Doritos. How the fuck? Okay.
Between having tacos and Doritos. Each one of these is stuffed with taco meat and cheese. Meat gets blended with your favorite taco seasoning, then rolled into balls. I place a flour tortilla on a tortilla press, add some pepper jack cheese and give that a little bit of a haircut, then place that ball on top and press it so it spreads throughout the entire thing. I cut each one of them into wedges because before clogging your arteries, you have to wedge them. Then I beat up a bag of Doritos and shook each wedge until they were fully coated. I deep fried these in 375-degree cooking oil for about 3 minutes. And for a sauce, I combine Mexican crema, chipotle, mayonnaise, lime, some honey, garlic powder, and cilantro. The best part about this recipe is that you could use any Dorito you want or any meat you want, like Cool Ranch, making a chicken bacon ranch Dorito wedge, or maybe even a pepperoni pizza with some ranch. Let me know what other wedges I should make. Nailed it. Now you don't have to choose between having tacos and Doritos. Each one of these is stuffed with taco meat and cheese. Meat gets blended with your favorite taco seasoning, then rolled into balls. I place a flour tortilla on a tortilla press, add some pepper jack cheese and give that a little bit of a haircut, then place that ball on top and press it so it spreads throughout the entire thing. I cut each one of them into wedges because before clogging your arteries,
Yeah, this would kill you. But that probably is fucking delicious. But you'll die. Alright, Alright. This apparently is from Casino. Oh, it's from a goddamn hotel and casino. I thought it was from the movie.
In
Oh,
the
well.
film Casino, the Tangiers was the hotel and casino.
Except they never had a scene with ribs, unless there's some deleted scene that I don't know about.
But in real life, it was the Stardust Hotel and Casino.
That's right. The Tangiers was based on the Stardust Hotel
Who the hell are all these people?
and Casino, and it was shot across the street at the Riviera. But the best part was the Aku Aku Room had the best Polynesian ribs you'll ever taste. Delicious. So good. Every boss, every casino boss, every
Well, this is something I don't do with my ribs. I do not separate them until they're done cooking.
mob boss, every celebrity
I haven't had ribs in a while. I gotta make them.
would go to the Aku Aku Room just for these Polynesian ribs. That's how good they were. And today, I'm going to show you how to make them. One rack, baby backs. Cut those ribs up individually just
Alright.
like that and put into a bowl. Now, the marinade. 1.5 cup soy sauce. 1 small can of mandarin oranges. 1.5 cup teriyaki sauce. 1 large can of pineapple with the juice. Try not
Why didn't you just get the pineapple bits? Why do you hate your blender? What did it ever do to you?
to spill it like I just did. Now, about 3 cloves of garlic. I'm using the paste because this is going to be smooth. And 1 hit of ginger. Next, put the lid on it. Blend it up. There we go.
I
Now,
mean, that's
like
a decent
always,
marinade and everything,
you're
but
cooking and filming, you forget something. And I forgot the brown
oh, he's using a Vitamix. Yeah, it wouldn't have fucking mattered.
sugar. So we're going to come back with the 1/2 cup of brown sugar.
Is your marinade not sweet enough? Do you just want diabetes at the end of this?
Then we'll put the lid back up and we'll finish this hit. An option right there, red pepper flake. I always like to kick it up just a little bit. It's up to you if you
Well,
don't
it's super sweet, so you need the heat to counterbalance it.
like it. Leave that part out. So we'll get that blended up and then we're going to pour this right over our ribs. And we'll pop the lid on top of the ribs. And the key here is let those marinate minimum 8 hours. But if you can, overnight is best.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I usually like to let my shit marinate for 24 hours.
So try to do this a day ahead of time.
Yeah, just right before you're going to bed, pause your Game of Thrones episode and
Let those sit in there overnight. That's the best. All right. Now, while I'm doing this, if I can get you to please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, hit that thumbs up, hit that hype. Appreciate you all very much. Next day, we'll take these ribs out. And we're just going to place those into a nice aluminum pan. Just like so.
oh no, you're losing me, buddy. We were with each other. We were brothers. Don't betray me, brother.
And then we're going to cover these up with aluminum foil.
Oh no.
Nice and tight.
Please say he's not going to do this in the oven. Please don't do this in the oven. Please, for the love of all that is fucking holy, don't do this in the oven.
And then we'll get the oven preheated.
Oh no. No! You were my brother! Now you've left us in darkness! You're a goddamn Sith! Only a Sith makes ribs in the oven!
To 285 degrees. So once we get all these ribs in there, we're going to pop those in to the oven for 3 hours. Do not throw away that marinade.
Well, you have to. It had raw pork in it. I mean, unless you're gonna boil the shit out of it.
Because we're going to take that marinade and put it into our saucepan, and we're going to reduce it down.
Oh no. Okay, it'll kill any bacteria that's in it. But the marinade is already super sweet, and you're going to condense it and make it even sweeter. Oh, fuck.
At least half. And that's the magic right there. So make sure you don't toss that marinade out. So, into the saucepan it goes. Bring it to a boil. And then we'll bring it to a simmer. And we'll just let that reduce and reduce and reduce. And what we're going to do with that is once we bring our ribs out, we're going to dip them quickly into the marinade, which will now become a glaze. Look at that, though. The ribs coming out. Look at this picture.
Oh,
Those are so
God, those
perfect.
look
Oh.
sad.
So now we're going to dip these into the marinade,
Oh,
back into a
man.
fresh aluminum pan. Crank the oven up to 450, and then we'll put those back in the
God,
oven
they're going back
for
in the
15
oven?
minutes. Then we're going to plate them. Take some more of this marinade right over the top of these ribs. Top it off with some chopped up green onion or scallions. And you have the world famous Stardust Hotel and Casino Aku Aku.
Yeah, there's a reason it went out of business. This would be one of the leading causes. And again, keep in mind, in Vegas, they give you free booze. Anybody that ate this shit and liked it was drunk.
Room. Polynesian ribs. The ribs that every boss of all bosses.
No! If a chef served a mob boss this, they're getting whacked.
Everybody loved. I mean, you go in that room, there was always somebody in there.
Oh my
and
God,
they're
it looks
always
like somebody had fucking diarrhea over them.
enjoying these delicious ribs. Hey, make these. Be the boss of your boss of your family. You know what I meant to say? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Oh, God. You know, there is a germ of an idea in this. There is a germ of an idea. But, boy, does the execution suck.
Casino. The Tangiers was the hotel and casino. But in real life it was the Stardust Hotel and Casino. And inside the Stardust,
That was horrible. All right, now we're going to move on to Guga Foods. I tried the internet's most controversial burger hack. Now I'm curious,
The internet is full
because there's only so many ways to hack a burger.
of cooking hacks. Some are amazing, some are complete nonsense.
What? Wait. Whoa. Let me back up. Back the fuck up.
It's full of cooking hacks. Some are amazing.
Cut mangoes easily. Okay. Use I guess a shot glass. What is this Skittle thing? Also, do you really need a holder for spaghetti? You have these things called hands.
Some are
Yeah, I get the peeler with the onion. That isn't that big of a deal. What is this Skittle thing? And what demon from hell made it?
complete nonsense. But when America's Test Kitchen say one ingredient can completely change the way you cook ground beef, I pay attention. They claim baking soda makes it juicier, more tender, and even browns better. But after I read the comments, they don't all agree. So today we're finding out who's right, because if we can make better ground beef using this technique, thumbs up. But if the internet is right,
And the internet is never wrong.
oh boy, this is gonna get ugly.
Now, supposedly you can use this for any ground beef you choose, regardless of the fat content. Now, the reason behind it is because baking soda raises the pH of meat. That changes how meat
No. Baking soda would have lowered the pH of meat. Baking soda is a base. That's, I believe, on the negative pH. God, it's been so long since I took fucking chemistry, though. Acid is the one that raises it. Base is the one that lowers it. But I could be dead. Again, it's been a long time since I took chemistry, and I got, like, I think a C. So, if anything, it'd lower the pH. Again, it's been so long since I took, because I know, like, you know, everybody here did the thing when they were a kid. You're in elementary school. You made that little volcano, and how you made the lava was you put red food coloring and vinegar, and you poured it over baking soda and bubbled and That's basically an acid and a base reacting. Very mild. Now, if you put, like, lye with sulfuric acid, you're going to have to run for your life.
proteins behave, and the results should be juicier and more tender beef. The higher the pH is also speeds up browning, creating better flavor. So I'm about to run that
Alright.
exact experiment. So I got the same exact beef that they were using, and here's how to run it. I split the whole thing in half. One will have baking soda and the other one won't. Now the key is to use the right amount. So for 1 pound of ground beef, I'll be using a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. That's
Okay.
it. Now you can dissolve this in water to make things easier, or if you're patient enough, just spread it around the ground beef as I'm doing. And this is supposed to make the best ground beef of your life. But the comment section of America's Test Kitchen had other things to say.
The end awaits. The reason your ground beef isn't brownie has nothing to do with the baking soda and everything to do with moisture. Stop steaming your meat. But listen to Demi Charm. Mind blown. This will change my life forever. But
Okay, let's not go nuts. This isn't going to change your fucking life.
this is my favorite one. From Snooboo66. You are claiming a problem exists that needs to be fixed that I never had. I'll keep the Arm & Hammer out of my beef. Who is right? Let's find out, because in the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is how it tastes.
So I went ahead and started the cooking process. I want you to notice one thing. Both of them are being cooked on the same pan, and there is no differences between them whatsoever except one thing, the baking soda. The beef is combining together more and it's not breaking easily. The one that had no baking soda is the complete opposite. But after just 1 minute of cooking, the one with the baking soda started getting beautifully brown. The first claim of America's Test Kitchen was actually true. It does get better browning. This is the one with no baking soda, and here's the other one with baking soda. Visually, you can tell huge differences between them.
Well, I gotta say, visually, the baking soda one wins. I mean, that looks fantastic.
But in the end of the day, what about the taste?
Before I try anything, here's what I'm thinking is happening. The baking soda is combining the beef and not letting it break very easily. This one, on the other hand, is like regular ground beef, and I broke it very easily. And then there's the browning. Look at it. It's night and day difference. But if I'm being honest, nothing matters unless we taste it. Yo, guys! Felito! Sebastian! You are a tall man, bro. Wow. Look at this. Yeah. Visually, for both of you, which one do you like better?
Definitely this one.
At the moment, I do agree with him. It looks very chunky, it looks crispy.
Is it crazy? They cooked exactly the same and the same time, same everything. But there's only one special ingredient. But at the end of the day, we just really gotta taste it. I wanna know your true, honest opinion. Let's try this one here first. Cheers.
Cheers. Tastes like
So did he even salt and pepper this?
regular ground beef to me.
Yeah. And it's missing a little bit of seasoning.
Definitely
Oh,
seasoning.
okay, he didn't.
There's no seasoning on it at all, but this is as plain as you get. And it's all about this experiment. It's very plain. It's supposed to be this way. Let's try the second one, please. Just give it a try. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow, it's juicier and very crispy.
When I make ground beef, I like to get a little more browning on it, gives it more flavor, more texture. This definitely is better.
It feels fattier. Or is this the same
You know what? Maybe I'll run this experiment.
ground beef?
Same exact ground beef came from the
Wow.
same package. You feel any off flavors?
Not at all.
No, it doesn't taste any different.
Now, here's the question though. Will it be the same exact results for burgers? I'm about to test that right now and I'll call you guys and you let me know which one is better.
That's right. We're about to make some smash burgers and to see if it's gonna make better
I don't care if it's better. That looked fucking phenomenal.
burger. Since it worked so well, I want to push the boundaries. I want to see how much is too much. Well, let's find out. I went ahead and made some balls. I like them to be 85 grams or 3 ounces. The very first batch is going to get a very minimum amount of baking soda. The next one is going to get a little bit more. And the third one, I think I went a little bit insane. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen on this one, but we're excited to find out. I mean, at least I hope. The very last one is going
Why wouldn't you just do this before you made them into balls?
to be our control with absolutely no baking soda at all. That way we'll have a true comparison. Because now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook some delicious burgers. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to hit the grill. So let's do it.
Okay, so he's gonna make a 9-ounce burger, which is a pretty big ass burger. Alright.
Before we try this insane experiment, I want to thank today's sponsor, Zwilling. You guys know I'm always trying new restaurants, exploring different dishes, and getting inspired by the food I try. A lot of the time, I come home thinking, I need to recreate this. And having cookware that makes everyday cooking easier is a game changer. That's why I've been using the new Zwilling Melano cookware. Zwilling has been crafting premium kitchen products since 1731, and the Melano collection really shows that attention to quality and performance. What I love about the Melano collection, coating is made without PFAS. It makes cooking easier with effortless food release and quick cleanup. Whether I'm making delicate foods like eggs and fish or everyday meals for the family, the coating is also designed for durability. But I always make sure to use wooden or silicone utensils and avoid overheating the pan to help keep it performing at its best. While it's dishwasher safe, I prefer hand washing mine to maintain the cookware over time. If you're looking to upgrade your everyday cookware, check out the link in the description to learn more about the Zwilling Melano collection. Thanks again, Zwilling, for sponsoring this video. Now, let's eat. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers, gentlemen.
I am excited.
But I want a side dish too. No fries, no
No,
nothing.
no, come on, we want burgers. Here's the thing, just like
Hey! I want fries too!
previously, I want to know two things: juiciness, crust, and overall.
Okay.
I gotta make pizza today.
Let me know which
My
one
dough's been fermenting for 3 days.
you like better. Enough talking, let's go, because I'm ready to eat some burgers. I even cut them for you. They are ready to go.
And they smell good.
Smell
Oh
good?
man.
Give it a try. Give me your true, honest opinion. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's a juicy burger. Honestly, this is one of the best burgers I've had in a while. It is extremely juicy, very well seasoned.
It's really good burger. What do you think, really, though?
I mean, I'm guessing this is control, so we have more burgers, so I really don't know how it's gonna get any better. Because this is a great burger.
This is the control. There's nothing crazy going on. It is an absolutely delicious burger. Now, I am curious to see if it's going to go up or down from here. Here we go.
Nah, I think it's gonna get just up.
Really? I like your high hopes.
They all look amazing.
Please grab it.
Google, like I'm touching the crust here, and it's definitely a little bit crispier than the last one.
It is, yes. What do you think, Sebastian? Visually.
Visually, I'm just ready to eat it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Feels like the same as the last burger. That's amazing.
How about you?
I don't think it's better than the first one.
Me neither. I feel something different. You don't feel it?
For real?
Cool, this is a good burger. It's not juicier than the first one, but the crust is definitely better.
Okay, this is my biggest question. Does it taste weird?
No. It doesn't taste weird to me, at least for me.
It doesn't taste weird. How about you?
No, it doesn't taste weird at all.
If the previous one is an 8, is this a 10?
I'd give it an 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah, that crust made it a little bit better for me.
How about you?
If that's an 8, that's an 8 for me as well. I couldn't really tell the difference as much.
Sebastian is here to eat, everybody.
That I am.
Okay, we're gonna jump on to the next one, see if you feel it even more. Please, Felito, grab. I am curious now.
The crust is crusting now.
Visually, it's probably one of the best crust on a burger I've ever gotten, period. But I wanna know about the taste.
I'm ready.
Let's find out.
I get my crust from cooking my burgers over fires that are hot enough to smelt steel.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I got 7 of them on the docket. My standard 9-inch pies. Except I'm going to be running a little experiment this time around.
There's a different mouthfeel. It feels chunky.
It's definitely not just chunky. It's not terrible, but it has an off flavor that I'm not enjoying.
Yeah, it's in the back end.
How do you describe that taste? I don't know how to describe that.
Chemically? Kind of, not in a bad way, but like maybe some like kind of like fake salt or something like that. I don't know what it could be.
Okay, so I will admit, it is the best looking burger, but the taste, everybody, there's some off.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, because when they... Here's something that people don't know. When they make food for like pictures in magazines or thumbnails or whatever, they do a lot of funky shit to make it look $1 million, but guess what? It looks like shit. You could never eat it. Like, one of the favorite ways to make a steak look mouth-watering in, like, let's say a magazine, is to paint varnish on it. Can't eat it. Makes it look fantastic, but unless you want to spend the week in the hospital
Like it.
wishing you died.
The first one was 8. This one is 8.5. What do you give this one?
I'll give it a 6.5. Google. It's not that bad.
6.5. Wow, so high. I was gonna give it a 4. I don't like. How about you?
I was gonna give it a 5 because it's edible enough.
It's edible, but it's not good. All right, let's try the next one.
I'm not excited.
You're scared?
Now I'm scared.
It does look
The
good.
crust is insane, I'll
The
tell you
crust
that.
is nuts, everybody. It's insane. If you are trying to make a commercial, do it like this. But
Yeah, that's the thing. If I'm gonna film something, I'll do it like that, but if a teaspoon is already throwing everything off.
the taste. Cheers.
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 Is that taste? But more.
Oof, this one's gonna give me heartburn.
No. Oh, I can't. Nope. So now you're about to find out what it is. The first one has nothing, it's a control. All of the other one has baking soda.
Oh, this was not wise.
Here's what I will say. Does it make a better burger? Yes. Is it worth it? I don't think so. A control burger should be the way it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe.
And supposedly what I heard is Guga is one of the nicest guys on this planet. Anyway, all right, we got a couple of shorts to do here.
Do it in a stainless steel pan, but most of you are doing it in big Teflon, which is why you have Teflon Sunday sauce and not a real Sunday sauce. 2 types of beef rib with the bone in. We got some beautiful homemade
Who the fuck's doing it in Teflon?
sausage that we're just gonna throw in like this. 1 hot sausage.
You know, just for that, fuck your grandma!
We're of course cooking it to high and to medium low. And we're gonna sear this meat up to get the fond. Magic happens right here. It's a secret big Italian families don't want you to know, is where you sear the meat before and get those beautiful brown bits of fond. Wait till you see this.
No,
And it
I
has to be
believe
done in a steel Dutch
if
oven.
it does
Big
have
Teflon,
calories,
just gonna give
very,
you big
very
Teflon
minimum.
sauce. Up having this in Nona's basement, there was no such thing as Teflon pots big enough to make the Sunday sauce. So that's why you can't really replicate it unless you're using a
What is this fucking guy's obsession with Teflon?
stainless steel pot like this, 8 quart, you get it at the top of my page. But as you can see, the meat's glued to the pan right now, guys. It's gonna naturally unstick and tell you when to flip it like all stainless steel can do. All right, when it's naturally ready to flip, there's a nice sear on that sausage. So this guy's doing beautiful sear. This guy's still glued to the pan, so is this guy. Seconds later, let's check. Beautiful. That's all flavor right there. And this step is the difference that makes the difference. Now we have flavor. Take a whole onion, drop it right in there, into that fond. Couple smashed cloves of garlic, deglaze, a little bit of red wine, quarter of a bottle. There's pretty much a guarantee your favorite restaurant are using these tomatoes. Just drop them in. Beautiful. Never waste anything in there. Get a little bit of water, pour the rest in. This is gonna cook until all this meat is just tender like butter. About 2 to 4 hours. See you then. When there's about an hour or two left, I'm gonna drop the meatballs in raw.
Okay, I would not do that. I would sear them.
It's really important you put the meatballs in second, because if you leave them in the same length as everything else, they'll get mushy. Doing them just like my Nona did here, but you could also bake these off or fry them up. And when you drop meatballs in raw, it's really important you don't stir it right away. These have been sitting for...
Yeah, my concern with dropping meatballs in raw is the grease.
About 15 minutes. Then I'm going to give it a gentle stir with a wooden spoon so I don't break them up. This is thick 5 layers of metal, so the bottom doesn't burn. Now I'm going to take this basil, tore it in half.
Jesus, you just
dump
want to
it in.
suck the fucking pot's dick?
Going to infuse the last 20 minutes into this sauce. One thing you should never forget about is that side fond right here. Go all the way around the pan here and get all that flavor. That side fond is the difference that makes a difference. If you
Jesus, I like my pans too, but goddamn, I don't go on and on about them.
scrape this in there towards the end, it's going to have that taste nobody's ever going to put their finger on. They're going to love it. What I'm going to do is taste it for some salt. It's time to take all this meat out, guys. Look at how tender this is. Are you kidding me? Beautiful sausage. Look how tender that is. It's like butter. We're going to mix a little bit with the pasta here. We're going to serve it up. A couple scoops on a nice white plate. Then we're going to take some beautiful fresh sauce here. Pour a little on top.
Of course, God forbid you use a spoon.
Top like that. Just a little bit on top like that. Fresh basil from Papa Steele's garden. Put it on top. Top it with some cheese like this. All right, guys. So we got some of this beef rib here. Fall off the bone tender. Gonna grab a meatball. A little piece of sausage. Look at that bone-in beef rib fall off the bone, guys. This is Sunday dinner. Most of the Nonas do.
All right. All right, we're going to do this from Cooking with Jack. This is an old video, one of his first, that he actually cooked something. And it's how to make spaghetti sauce, and oh my god, there's jug wine.
Hey, how you doing? It's Jack again with another cooking tip.
Oh god. Jack, why can't you just get a goddamn bottle of fucking wine?
But first, I want to thank you guys for all the comments you've been giving me on all the video sites. I really appreciate it. And some of those comments are brutal, but we're not going to get into that right now. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to make spaghetti sauce.
Well, the Italians eat octopus, so fuck them.
All the time, hey Jack, how do you make the perfect spaghetti sauce? So I'm going to show you. But first, we're going to go through the ingredients. Then I'm going to take you over to the stove and we're going to show you how it's done. All right? Let's go through these ingredients right now. First thing you're going to need is cooking wine. It could be Burgundy, which is like cheap stuff.
That's not cooking wine. That's jug wine. Cooking wine is sold in the grocery store and it's terrible. Never buy it. If you can't drink it, why would you cook with it? That crap is... I don't know who the fuck buys that. I was going to say Wine Moms, but they don't even buy that shit.
You can get the bottle like this for like a couple bucks. So Burgundy or any red wine.
Because Wine Moms buy that crap in boxes. Just get a nice bottle of... Just a decent bottle of wine. Hell, Yellowtail is fantastic for pasta sauces.
You can cook with. You're going to go with some...
I don't know where it ranks on what to drink, but it's good for cooking. Like, you don't have to spend a shit ton of money on wine if you're cooking with it.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Just get something you can actually drink.
Okay, you're gonna do some oregano, and you're gonna do some basil, and then this is any form you want. I use onion powder, but you can do minced onion, you can chop up your own fresh, or you can use...
Jack, there's a big difference between, like, fresh minced onions, dehydrated onions, and onion powder.
the onion powder like I'm doing. And then the last ingredient you're gonna need is the garlic. It's wet garlic. You see it in the store, it's all liquidy, and it's really fresh and very strong and really awesome. This is all your flavor of the sauce, okay? Now, to make the sauce, you're gonna need 3 things. You're gonna need a can of tomato puree, you're gonna need a can of crushed tomatoes, and you're gonna need one of these little guys, a can of tomato paste. A puree, a crushed, and a paste is all you need. Now this is about 1 single serving size. If you have company coming over, double that number, okay? All right, now, the other thing is meat.
Wait, that would be the amount for about a pound of spaghetti. Jack, how much you eating, bro?
You gotta put meat in the sauce. Whoever doesn't put meat in the sauce, you might as well just buy a can at the store and crack it open and pour it on your pasta, okay? Every meat is different. Today we're gonna be using the sweet Italian sausage, okay? If you put meatballs in, or you like
From Johnsonville.
chicken in the sauce or beef, every single meat makes it taste completely different. So let's go to the stove right now and see how this works. Okay, so the first thing you do, I always cover the whole bottom with olive oil. I know they're all, just put a little dab in. No, no, no. We're gonna fry this up. Let's fry it up good. There we go. Put the olive oil in there, turn the heat up on high. I like putting the meat in. If you put the meat in on hot oil, it's awesome. It starts sizzling and now that it's nice and hot,
Yes, that would be the
always cut your
searing.
sausages in half. You don't have to. I just do it because it cooks quicker.
No, because all the goodness is gonna just drain out of the fucker.
It allows the insides to cook better, and nobody likes the inside of your sausage, not fully cooked. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna season the meat while it's in the oil. I always start with the greens. I don't know why. Probably I can get a better view of it. Now, I'm not gonna give you exact measurements, but I'm just gonna show you.
Oh, no.
All you do is like.
Oh no, God, no, fuck! Oh my God. All right, let's see him dump a 1/4 cup of dried herbs.
Seasoning, just season it right along the top. That's it. Okay? Kind of like when
My God, that might have been reasonable.
you're seasoning meat on the grill, however you like that. Just give it a sprinkle all the way across all the meat. And then the same, that was the oregano, same with the basil. Get a little bit of the onion powder.
One, I would never do it like this. It's just gonna burn in the oil. Wait till the tomatoes are in. You season it then.
Stuff's very fine. You obviously take it easy. My last and favorite, every Italian loves it. I know you think I'm crazy, with a big heap full of garlic. Ta-da! Right there. Once everything's browned in there, the oil's still in there, some of the grease
That looks a little bit beyond brown, my friend.
from the sausage and the seasoning is all brown, you're gonna take some of your wine here, and once again, I don't worry about putting too much wine in. Just kind of fill it up, just to where the wine
Well, you want the wine to deglaze, so you need the meat out of there and all that. Oh God.
covers the bottom along with the rest of the oil and seasoning. We're gonna let all that flavor cook together.
That looks like fucking what Cthulhu shat out after a night of bad enchiladas.
For about 5 more minutes. Now that the burgundy is all nice and cooked into the meat, all the seasoning's been browned, all the meat is cooked, we're gonna start adding our cans in. We're gonna start with the crushed tomatoes, and you're gonna add that in slowly.
Did you not even give the wine a second to kind of cook down, reduce down? Oh, God, fucking in heaven.
So we don't splash all over the place. And then you're gonna do the puree. And then lastly, you're gonna need a spoon to get this out. But you're gonna basically, and don't splash yourself, you're gonna basically scoop out all the paste.
Why? It's not even simmering.
We'll set that right there and grab your big wooden spoon. You gotta have one of these, okay? These are great for stirring sauce and spanking kids. No, oh, great. I'm gonna get more emails on that. I betcha. All right, here you go. So you're gonna slowly mix in. See all the seasoning and everything? And you got the olive oil, and you got the wine, and the sauce, and it all mixes in beautifully. Just go ahead and let that sit for.
That sauce is going to haunt my nightmares.
few minutes, okay? All right.
Notice the nice little ring of grease on it.
Now it's time to put the stuff together. This stuff's good. Oh, by the way, you gotta have one of these. This is my pasta bowl. Hey, I didn't get like this on lettuce, you know. Okay, so let's put the pasta in first. Just got some fresh angel hair pasta. Gonna put that
Okay, first off, angel hair is the worst pasta on the planet.
right in there. Oh yeah. Get that all.
Great, so it's...
Shake that out. There we go.
Is it even hot?
All right, now gonna get some sausage and some
Okay,
sauce
looks like
here.
it's steaming.
Now, of course, I'm not eating this whole thing. This is just presentation. Ah, this is the best part. Sweet. This is where I get to taste, and you get to watch me. Okay, so anyway, let's take a little sample here. I know it's gonna be really hot.
I don't know. Of all the pastas on the planet, I hate angel hair the most. I mean, I've used it in the past, but it just sucks.
Did I say that enough? It's delicious. Spaghetti sauce, that's how you make it. And I hope you wrote it all down. If not, rewind the video and do it again. Keep the questions coming. We'll see you later. Enjoy.
Okay, Alright, I gotta wrap this up, but I hope this doesn't trip the yellow triangle of doom. But this video's kind of been going viral a little bit. This is Hank Hill teaching you how to make steak.
Hello, I'm Hank Hill, and today I'm going to teach you how to grill the perfect steak.
Although, that would be a wild episode of King of the Hill if Bobby Hill, like him and Hank set up a YouTube channel. That'd be kind of a cool episode or a season arc.
I'm going to be using a lean cut of New York strip. I was just kidding. I'm not on a diet.
Hey, I like New York strip.
Obviously, we'll be grilling a ribeye.
I love ribeye. But New York strip has its place.
Look at this beauty. 1.5 inch thick with marbling that would make the Parthenon blush, I tell you what. Now, in terms of seasoning, some people like to use garlic powder or onion powder. But personally, I think you should leave the powder in the ladies' cosmetics aisle. It's the cow's job to bring the flavor, not yours.
By the way, there's an episode where Hank starts experimenting with pot. Is he high as balls in this
need is a little salt and pepper. Now make sure you're...
Now, yeah, I tend to agree. For steak, lump charcoal.
Grill is nice and hot. It only took my propane...
Rich, smoky flavor, Hank!
Powered Wagner Char King about 5 minutes to get up to 450.
Okay, he's got... I'll admit, Hank's got the charcoal people by the balls there.
It takes a charcoal grill about a half hour to get up to temperature.
If they're using briquettes. If they're using lump charcoal, it takes about 10, 15 minutes, give or take.
Plus, it'll make your steak taste like it was cooked in an ashtray. I think the choice is clear.
Sorry, Hank, I'm gonna go to war on that comment. I'll do a blind tasting test any day of the goddamn week. You do your propane steak, I'll do my charcoal steak.
Grill over direct heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then flip the steak and let it go for another 3 to 4 minutes. Don't touch it otherwise. Just crack open an Alamo and let the propane do its thing.
By the way, if you don't know, Alamo is a stand-in for Lone Star beer. I wonder why they couldn't get the brand. I mean, I know there's legal reasons and shit, but you figure Red Star'd be all over that, or Lone Star, whatever the fuck it is.
For
Red Star, the communist flag. Now I'm gonna get everyone in Texas pissed off with me.
Medium rare steak, and I don't know why you'd be cooking anything else. You want it to be firm, but with a little give. Perfect.
No! Hank, you gotta let your steak rest, bud.
Meat, you've outdone yourself once again. New York strip. Ah.
Well, looks like I didn't get the yellow triangle of doom. So one more. We'll do this one. This is 5 dump and go casseroles. This is from Julia Pacheco. Well, she's got 1.08 million subscribers. All right, let's go. This doesn't look horrible. A little greasy, but not horrible. All right, I can see problems with this. Frozen meatballs that haven't defrosted.
Hey there, it is that time of year again. It is casserole season.
I can't decide if she's hot or not. I've only had 3 beers, so maybe she'll get hotter as more beers go down.
So today I'm going to be showing you 5 new dump and go casseroles. These are seriously some of my all-time favorite casseroles yet.
All right, I gotta go get another beer.
What you have to do is dump the ingredients into your casserole dish, bake it in the oven, and then there you go. You have a delicious meal to throw onto your kitchen table. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's go get to it.
My daughter can't get enough of this pizza pasta bake, so that's what we're starting out with today. To my 9x13 baking dish, I sprayed it with plenty of nonstick.
No, sweetheart, sweetheart, sweetheart. Make the pasta sauce yourself. It takes fucking 15 minutes and it's super easy. And tastes way better than Prego because Prego has as much sugar in it as a goddamn can of Coca-Cola.
Spray. Then I tossed in our 1 pound of elbow pasta noodles, or you could really use any type of pasta you like, but my daughter just loves those elbows. Next, I added in 24 ounces of marinara sauce, and to get out any of the remaining marinara sauce in the jar, I added in a little bit of water, but you will need 3 cups of water total for this recipe. After I tossed in the water, I added in our sliced pepperonis. I added in about a half a cup of those, but you could always add in more or less, you know, just depending on your preference. Lastly, I added in 3/4 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, and I gave this a stir. You do want to cover this tightly with aluminum foil, then bake this in a...
Oh boy, look, I get that for the pasta, it needs to steam. The pepperoni can take it. But steamed cheese?
Preheated oven to 425 degrees for about 25
and
minutes.
And look, she seems like a nice lady. You know, I'm sure she's a sweetheart. I'm just criticizing her cooking.
After those 25 minutes of baking, remove the aluminum foil, then sprinkle on a little bit.
Oh, Leah Thomas? Leah Thomas was the one. Leah Thomas, the only woman in Hollywood history to fuck a duck.
More mozzarella cheese, and I like to add a little bit more pepperonis on the top at the end. Then bake this in the oven for an additional 15 minutes.
That's nowhere near enough cheese, sweetie. doesn't look horrible, and I'm sure it tastes fine. But my only concern is that pasta sauce being stretched way too thin. You should have at least added another jar.
Here's what dinner looks like. You will not believe how easy this meal is to throw together. It's also a crowd pleaser. Your entire family will love this one. Also, your neighbors will probably love it.
My family's been trying to kill me for years. If I serve them anything, I will serve them poison.
Too. And then I served it alongside of a side salad with spring mix, tomatoes, croutons, dried cranberries, and a little bit of ranch. Now we're getting started on this Fiesta chicken, and it has to be one of my all-time favorite casseroles. In this big bowl, I have 4 cups of cooked shredded chicken.
Okay.
Cooked up my chicken in the Instant Pot, then I shredded it from there, but cook up your chicken however you choose to do so. I tossed
Okay, I'm getting scared. That's dry rice.
in 1 cup of uncooked instant rice. Next, 1 can of undrained Rotel. For the
Okay.
seasonings, 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. Then you'll add in 3 tablespoons of milk. And if my voice has been sounding funny, I am sick again. I have a cold, darn it. Now I'm going to be tossing in 1 can of drained corn.
You sound fine to me. If this is you on a cold, what the fuck do you sound like goddamn healthy? A seductive version of Natalie Portman?
The last few things you'll add in is 1 can of cream of chicken soup, a can of drained and rinsed black beans, and lastly, 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Give this a good stir. I have a 9x13 baking dish right here. I'm spraying it generously with nonstick spray, and then I tossed that casserole right in there. Over the top of the casserole, of course, this is optional, but I did add a little bit of cheese. I added in about 3/4 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. If you're not a cheese person, you certainly don't really have to add cheese to my recipe.
If you're not a cheese person, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But if you know me, you know by now that I am obsessed with cheese. I baked this covered with aluminum foil in a preheated oven to 350 degrees.
Yeah, if you remove the dip, this would just be a chicken dip.
For about 30 minutes, and then I uncovered the foil and I baked it for an additional 10 minutes.
I'd try it. Again, I'd probably actually treat this a little closer to a dip.
I really love meals that you could top with your favorite toppings, so we topped this with guacamole, sour cream, tomatoes, lime, and cilantro, but top yours with anything that you enjoy.
Well, you're supposed to use the juice of the lime, sweetie.
This is so flavorful and good, and it makes amazing leftovers. Now we're making kind of like spaghetti and meatballs, but instead of spaghetti noodles, we are using rotini. So to my 9x13 baking dish that I sprayed with nonstick spray, I added in my 16 ounces of rotini, and then my 24 ounces of marinara sauce, followed by 3 cups of water. And then for the meatballs, I am using
Again, this needs more sauce.
Style meatballs today, and I'm using about 16 ounces of those. These are frozen meatballs that I thawed out.
Yeah, and this is the problem with this one. Those frozen meatballs are going to release more water. You should have probably taken about maybe... Well, first off, make the meatballs yourself. They're not that hard. But if you do insist on using frozen, maybe cut back a 1/4 cup of water.
And then add in 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Then lastly, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, and give this a really good stir.
Again, I don't get this thing with steaming the cheese.
You're probably way better than me at stirring, but as you could see, I was struggling pretty hard with stirring this all together, but just stir it up to the best of your ability. I put aluminum foil over the top and I baked this covered on 425 degrees for about 35 minutes. After those 35 minutes, I removed the aluminum foil, sprinkled about 3/4 cup of mozzarella cheese on top. Then I baked this for an additional 15 minutes, and here's the finished product. This has so much great flavor. It is really easy to throw together. You seriously just
Doesn't look terrible.
dump everything into your baking dish. That's kind of the magic part about these.
Again, just my only criticism is make the sauce yourself and more sauce. Actually, in truth, for a pasta bake, this is my rule. I cook the pasta first. I just slash another minute or two off the minimum cooking time. So, like, I kind of par cook it. Make the sauce myself. And then cheese is just on top. That's it.
These dump and go casseroles today. Now we're getting started on this classic chicken
What the hell is that?
and rice casserole. To begin, I have 2 large chicken breasts right here. As you see, I'm slicing them in half horizontally like this. This is going to make your chicken quite a bit thinner. It's going to help your chicken cook so much quicker in the oven, and then it will also make your chicken super duper tender in the end. So whenever I say to cut your chicken like this, just do it like this, and trust me, it is worth it. But after I was through with that, I set the chicken to the side. To my 9x13 baking dish, I added in 2 bags of
Okay, never mind.
or cheddar broccoli rice sides. Then I'm going to be adding in 1 can of cream of mushroom soup and a can of cream of chicken soup. After I was finished with that, I added in 1 cup of water and I whisked this super well.
Okay, is she going to cook the chicken so it can get a nice sear on it?
Place the chicken over the top in your baking
Oh,
dish, and you don't
God,
want your chicken
no!
to overlap. Just kind of place it next to
Oh my God, no! Cook the fucking chicken for. Oh my God! At least par cook it.
each other because you do want your chicken to cook evenly. And then I seasoned this with a dash of paprika, Italian seasoning, pepper, and salt, but you could really add any type of seasonings that you love. This next part is optional, but I am adding a can of cheddar cheese soup over the top. I don't typically cook with this type of cheese soup, but I decided to try it this time and it was pretty good, but like I said, it's optional. I covered this with aluminum foil and I baked it on 350 degrees
Oh God, the ancestors are crying.
for about 45 minutes. My little baby Macy is about 5 months old now, and every time I cook, I pretty much wear her in this little wrap. It's just the sweetest thing ever, but now that
What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh my God in heaven.
our casserole is out of the oven and our chicken's cooked through, I sprinkled a half a cup of cheddar cheese over the top, and I baked this for an additional 10 minutes. I really did intend to serve this dinner with some steamed broccoli on the side, but when I opened up my fridge, I could not find any broccoli in there, so I must have forgot it when I was at the grocery store. I just didn't buy it, but this has amazing flavor and it is a wonderful go-to chicken and rice
Oh God.
casserole. Now we're making this country sausage
Oh my God.
and hash brown casserole. To my cutting board, we are going to slice up our 14 ounces of kielbasa sausage just into little discs right here. I placed the sausage into my large bowl. Next, you're going to be tossing in a 30-ounce bag of frozen shredded hash browns. It seems like a lot, but Just trust the process. Next, add in 1/4 cup of melted butter, followed by 1 yellow onion that you diced, and then toss in 1 cup of
Okay, for clarification, that would be 1 small onion.
shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 1 cup of sour cream. If you don't care for sour cream, you could use plain Greek yogurt as a substitute, and then a can of cream of chicken soup. And then for the seasonings, you could really add in any seasonings that you like, but I like to add in a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of paprika, and then a
That's
teaspoon
way
of
more than a teaspoon, sweetheart.
salt and pepper. Give this a
You honestly don't need any salt because Campbell's is known for being salty as fuck.
stir. This is another one of those dinners that's a little bit hard to stir, but just do it to the best of your ability. Now that everything is coated well, you are going
That isn't coated well. That's barely coated at all.
to pull out a 9x13 baking dish, spray it with nonstick spray, and then add that casserole right in there. You are going to bake this in a preheated oven to 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. I do want to let you know all these casseroles that we are making today are so easy to double or half. So if you want to make them for a larger amount of people, or if you want to make one for your freezer, you can, but here's the finished product. I put some cheese over the top and I let it melt down at the very end. You can make this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It also makes for great leftovers the next day. I served it alongside of some sliced up strawberries. I have so many more videos like this on my channel, so make
Again, I can't decide if she's hot or not. But that's the last video of the day. The stream is over. I will try to do a games and beer a little bit later today, but I gotta go make pizza. So good night, everybody.